In this video, we're going to get started with MIDI recording and MIDI editing. And to do that, we're going to use an external MIDI controller. Now I'm using a little CME X key keyboard, which works really nice. It's a USB keyboard like a lot of MIDI controllers on the market today. Now before you use it, you might need to go to the manufacturer's website, download the drivers, and install them. Now once you've done that, it's very easy to configure a MIDI keyboard in Traction. Just go to the Settings tab, and then go to the MIDI devices page. And then you should see all the MIDI inputs and outputs that are set up on your keyboard. You can see that I've got 4 of them here. The interface that I'm using for VoiceOver also includes hardware MIDI in and out DIN connectors. I'm not going to use those right now. I'm going to use the X key itself. So if you don't see your devices here, either make sure the drivers are installed if they're not, or you can hit refresh down here with this blue link. When you click that, it will then scan for any connected MIDI devices. Then to enable the inputs and the outputs, you can see this says output in this list for MIDI devices. Just click enable. And then for input, we can click this as well. That opens up a lot of properties down here in the bottom, but we're really not worried about that right now. Now let's go back to a project. I've created a brand new project called MIDI Recording and Editing. You can see it's got a couple audio tracks enabled. But we're really not going to use audio tracks. So on track 2, I'll just click this and turn it to no inputs. We can turn that off. Then on track 1, I'll click here and set it to X key. This is the input name for that controller. Now if I play some notes, you'll actually see the events are coming in. It's giving me a warning because I've got no sound, but sound is coming in. Now the other really important thing with this is when we click on the input, down here in the properties section, we want to make sure that enable end-to-end is turned on. That means that the MIDI will come in and then the sound will come out once we link it up to an instrument. And that's the next thing we're going to do. So I'll click here to open the browser, and then there's a plugins tab, and this shows effects plugins as well as synth or virtual instrument plugins. And you can see that there's a category for synth. If you type in a few letters of the word synth, you can see it filters out and shows you all the different synths. I'm going to grab, I think I'll grab Element for this. And whichever instrument you put in, you drop it over here in the mixer section. You could drop it anywhere, but if you drop it ahead of this volume control, then it gives you a volume control for your output from that synth. Now let's try to play. And immediately we get sound through. And that's really what we need to do. In the next video, we're going to start actually recording. It works much like audio recording at this point, but this is the basic way that you get a track set up. Now there is no difference between a MIDI track and an audio track in Traction. You just configure how you want to record and what you want to use for your sound generating engine, and then the track becomes a MIDI track. And anything I record with this input will generate a MIDI clip. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.